Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Monday, the 16th of August, 2021. It's a pleasure to be in your company here on this Monday night. So viewers, one thing I always encourage you to share our live stream on Facebook and YouTube. That is Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Facebook, TT Real Talk on YouTube. So share our stream, viewers. We encourage you to do that. Why do I encourage you to share our live stream on Facebook and on YouTube? It's for people who's on the go and they can't have time or they don't have time to pick up our papers or to listen to a radio station, But on our page, we keep you up to date with events that happen in Trinidad and Tobago throughout the course of the day. So viewers, that is why I always encourage you to share our live stream. Share our Facebook stream. You have 5,000 people on your Facebook. Type in Real Talk with Saieed Ali. When it pop up, like it and share it, so others will like it and share it also. So as we start off tonight, viewers, remember those of you that are having spiritual problems, feel free to contact me. Those of you who have property to sell or looking for property to buy, you can also contact me. And viewers, I just want to give you an update. Remember, if you have your cash put down in any financial institute and it is not working for you, it is not growing for you, Real Talk Group of Companies is giving you the opportunity to make a Real Talk investment. We are paying from 3% to 3.5%. The highest paid percentage rate on any fixed deposit in any financial institute in Trinidad and Tobago. So we are giving you the opportunity to call us 339-1670, 238-6716 or 267-7325. Make a Real Talk investment today and watch your money grow. Remember, this is one of my company. So it's not like it's any and anybody who you would want to say, well, hey, do we trust them? Is our money? I have built a name in Trinidad and Tobago thus far. Thus far, I am almost in every house in Trinidad and Tobago, I am a trustworthy individual. Why? Because of what I do here every night. Stand for the people. I am a businessman. Business, local and regional. I'm in process of getting one approval again to open Real Talk Credit Union. So if I am going this distance, I am telling you, we are offering the highest amount of percentage on a return on your investment, the highest in Trinidad and Tobago. So if I am telling you you're getting that, you're getting that. Just like I say, when I pass in a law or I get in a legislation push for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, it comes to pass. That is our track record. So viewers, I am encouraging you tonight. Call me tomorrow. We are located on number 14 Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas. It's about 2 minutes drive away from the police station onto the Caroni Savannah Road. So I'm looking forward to hear from you tomorrow. So viewers, the Ministry of Health has confirmed its third case of COVID-19 Delta variant of concerns. The patient is a recently returned national who traveled to Trinidad from Turkish and Cairo, transiting through Florida. As per existing quarantine protocol, the national provided a negative PCR test, which was taken 72 hours prior to his arrival. The national was immediately placed into a state supervised quarantine as per the protocol for unvaccinated adults. So you see, viewers, you're coming in with a PCR test. And you're welcome to Trinidad and Tobago. So which means the variant is in you. And the PCR test is not picking it up. It is not picking it up. So what the government needs to do, or what the Ministry of Health needs to do, they need to put something in place. Quick is the word. They need to put something in place very, very fast before any other individuals come into Trinidad and Tobago with the new variant. That is what they need to do in order to secure the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago this is what they need to do. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, caller. Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Yeah, first time, right. So, Digo Martin calling in here, right?
Welcome.
Yeah. Hear me?
Yes, go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk.
Right, so Digo Martin calling in. I took my mother to get the second shot of the AstraZeneca vaccine in UTT Chaguanas, right?
Uh-huh.
And all is well. She got the shot. She felt better. She sleep properly, and she's good to go, right? My whole family is vaccinated.
Okay, good.
But in UTT Chaguanas, right? Ain't nobody gas station there. It have a Subway, right? So I went to buy my mother a Subway. Do you know that Subway stopped selling double chocolate chip cookies?
They stopped selling cookies?
Yeah, the double chocolate chip cookies. The dark one.
Okay. Yes. I know what you're talking about.
Do you know they stopped selling that?
Wow.
That's the best cookies. When you buy a Subway, you don't buy the double chocolate chip one.
Thank you, my friend. I understand what you're saying. The best cookies. So, viewers, the government needs to put something in place ASAP in order to prevent individuals with the Delta variant coming into Trinidad and Tobago. So that is something that they need to do very, very fast, ASAP. Now, this is the third case, and, you know, they haven't come out to tell the public, well, hey, you know what? We have the 2 cases. We are going to put something in place. There's a third case, and they had a briefing over the weekend, and they didn't even say anything. They didn't even say anything. The least they could have do, well, here what's going on. We're not taking PCR tests again. You have to be double dose vaccinated in order to come into Trinidad and Tobago. Now, when these individuals come into Trinidad and Tobago with this new variant, what you think going to happen? What you think is going to happen? Like I've been telling you before, even though you have your 2 shots, you're still getting the virus. You're still getting the virus. Feel free to call in. 238-6716 is our studio line from 7 to 8 p.m. It is also my office line from 9 to 5. You can contact us. As Trinidad and Tobago retail sector fully reopened today, retailers along the Chaguanas Main Road reported a slow start to business. But they didn't quite translate into high foot traffic for business, as retailers told a different story. Manager of JPS Hair World stated that he wasn't surprised business was sluggish at his store. Many people were also on High Street searching for items on the first day of reopening. In Tunapuna area, so you are seeing Tunapuna on screen, a lot of persons were also seen out and about. So viewers, after all that lockdown, clothes have gotten smaller. Whatever glass or whatever wares you have in your house, glasses were broken, plates were broken. You know, some of your furnitures, you know, your heater probably stopped working, you know. People need vests, they need boxers, they need pants. Over the last 3 months, hey, let me tell you something. It wasn't easy, you know. Some of my clothes get smaller, and I ain't no fat man, you know. I ain't no big man, you know. And some of my clothes get small. I mean, I put on a little 2 pound here and there, but nevertheless. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali. How are you?
I am okay. Go right ahead, my dear. You're live on Real Talk.
Thank you. Mr. Ali, tonight I want to address a couple things, and I want you to just give me 2 minutes, please. First of all, the Delta variant, since it booked its flight and came to Trinidad, I mean, they've been preparing for its arrival. It's here.
Yes.
And now we have 3 Delta variants confirmed.
Correct.
Cases. But you had a conference on Saturday.
Yes.
Nobody mentioned that.
Nobody.
Right? Everybody looking nice and damper. They went to their hairdresser, their salon and stuff. everybody looking dandy, but nobody. Where is the transparency in our country? You borrowed so much money to fix roads in this country, but we have roads breaking and landslide all over. Did you mention that in your press conference?
Correct.
Isn't that part of our country? But today you announced that you're waiting to help Haiti. You're waiting to help Haiti. You can't even help the people of your own country. It has people in this country don't know where the next meal coming from.
True, true.
They're depending on a grant, waiting more than a year and a half now, and they can't even get it. But today you said you're going to help Haiti. Nobody's saying don't help nobody, you know.
True, true. But see
help
about your country first.
Help your own.
Yes.
Right? Another thing is, I was listening to a doctor in the States over the weekend, and I don't know if you probably overheard it. I know you're always locked online. This doctor was talking about the virus and how it's going in the U.S. I mean, why I'm talking about the U.S. and I'm comparing, Mr. Ali, is because, you know, they just want to follow everything
They just want
going
to
on
compare,
over there.
yes, yes.
You know, they want to follow fashion, right? But what's for them to follow fashion? They're not follow fashion. They're not doing it. In the U.S., people dropping like flies. But you have your border open. Why we can't have our churches, our mosques, and our temples open to pray to God? Why we have to be having gambling places open instead of having places of worship? So God is not important in this?
Thank you, my dear. I understand what you're saying. So viewers, with vaccination to start on Wednesday for children 12 years and older, the Ministry of Education is seeking feedback from parents on their level of interest. However, there is already a great degree of pushback by parents and other educational bodies to the idea. Among those resisting is the Movement for Concerned Parents, which said that of the 3,200 members currently registered with them, approximately 68% are against vaccination for children at this time. Now, viewers, the Ministry of Health wishes to advise of the following arrangements for the administering of the Pfizer vaccine. All citizens and residents between the age of 12 to 18 inclusive are eligible to receive the Pfizer vaccine regardless of whether they are registered at schools. All eligible persons can walk in at any of the vaccination sites listed to receive the Pfizer vaccine. No appointment is necessary. Minors must be accompanied by a parent or guardian only. Parent or guardian must walk with a form of identification card or the birth paper, the birth certificate of the child, and proof of the relation to the child. Now that is for the guardians only. For the guardians only. The walk-in vaccination service will begin on Wednesday, August the 18th. 2021 from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 14 locations or 14 sites throughout Trinidad and Tobago. If you check the Ministry of Health website, you will realize that there are a lot of places throughout Trinidad and Tobago. But one place I did not see that they have a vaccination site for children from 12 to 18 was down in the Penal, Barapo and the Debe area. One place I did not see it. However, MP Dr. Rudal Munilal is concerned that out of the 14 sites, Debe, Penal and Barapo, which are highly populated area, were not listed. And I went through the list. And there were no sites erected in Penal, Barapo or Debe. No sites down there for children from 12 to 18. So I was wondering why. He added that it was unfortunate that these areas were overlooked, where thousands of persons aged 12 to 18 are eager on becoming vaccinated. Munilal is now appealing for more convenient venues around this district. So I find it's sad, because when I went through the listing, I saw nowhere close to Penal, Debe or Barapo. And this is a populated area. Throughout Trinidad and Tobago, know of the Barapo, the Penal and the Debe area, but no site that have been erected there for the vaccination site between 12 to 18 for kids. How sad. How sad. You want to help people in Haiti, right here in Trinidad, right down in Debe, Penal or the Barapo area, you cannot put up a site, but you want to send money quite on the other half of the world for Haiti. And how sad and stink that is. All studying the earthquake across there, but all they're studying to raise a site right down in deep south. Deep south, you have upper, from central go up, you call north. And from central go down, we will call south. And right down in deep south, not one side, they have overlooked that. But they're seeing, you know what they're seeing? They're seeing earthquake in Haiti. But just to do down so in south, you can't see it. Call good night.
Good night, Said.
My friend.
Let me get straight to the point you say.
One time.
Because there's Indian people living down there.
Oh God. Nah. You see, I just start with that. As you start with that, me are going down that race road. I'm sorry to cut you, but I ain't going down that race road. So before we get all heated up, viewers, and I forget this person of interest, that's her. Prem Bhakti Samaru. Would you please get in touch with me, please? It's a matter of urgency. Prem Bhakti Samaru. Friends or family or relative of this individual, would you tell her to contact me as soon as possible, please? Thank you very much. So we're going back to it. I mean, deep south, whether they say is the lagoon area. All I forget down they have children too. You forgot down they have children. Up north alone they have the children. Down south, deep down south, they say where the lagoon is. It have children down there planting rice. Some of those children that plant rice on the lagoon are doctors and lawyers today. They own their own big businesses. Call a good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
I have a situation here, right? The COVID started in November or December 1919, right? The country was locked down in March. The bars and the restaurants was open for Christmas and New Year's. How come there was no COVID at that time up until March, when one person from the United States come down here for Carnival, he gets and died, right? The next one came from Switzerland to Guyana and died, right? He had the COVID. The Prime Minister opened up, right? They show you on the graph every weekend. From April right up until today, the virus is raising and have lots of deaths and all kinds of things. Why can't they open up the bars? The bars have nothing to do with the coronavirus. Because if you had it open from December, from November 19 to New Year's and Christmas and all them things, and people fetting up until March.
Boy, to tell you the truth, caller, to tell you the truth, I feel something happened between some barman and some people in authority, you know, to tell you the truth. But thanks for your call. I understand what you're saying.
All right.
This is my thing, because I mean, the beach have people populated in the whole, let me say the whole retail sector open up now. People jamming up one another. And the bars ain't open. So I feel, just a suggestion that maybe some barman and some ministry had something, so they decide to keep it closed. Some spiting may be taking place. I don't know. I'm just saying something. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley is appealing to the parents to get their children vaccinated when the Ministry of Education begin vaccinating secondary school students. He said the government's first priority was to vaccinate secondary school age children, whether they attend school or not. But Mr. Rowley, all the school closed. When you talking about if they attend school or not, all the school closed. Jeez. Look at this video.
I want to appeal to all parents, guardians, cousins, loved ones, and friends. Let us as a people do everything that we have to do to protect our children who should be in school sometime soon. We do have in hand 305,000 doses of vaccines that can be used on those young people, and they will be so used if they are accepted by the parents and those persons. We have vaccines to vaccinate our children from age 12 to 18 if they're in the school, and if they're not in school, they are caught by the age group cohort. So those vaccines are for those people.
Now, viewers, reopening primary and nursery school was not yet considered. The PM stated that parents should not refuse the vaccination. Now, this vaccine is available for free.
The record will show not the lies and the QAnon foolishness that some people are publishing about how many children die. The record will show that the vaccine is safe to be used. The risk is lower than waking up in the morning and going in your car and driving to work. The risk is lower than opening a sweet drink and guzzling it down. Ladies and gentlemen, this is serious business. Now that our children have the opportunity to have these vaccines, let us ensure that they're vaccinated, and then we can bring them out to school with a level of confidence that we did not think we could have had 3 or 4 months ago.
Now, viewers, listen to this. While the government is yet to administer its first dose to a child, research shows that fully vaccinated primary contact of children have a less likely chance of passing the virus onto them. Dr. Rowley also expressed disappointment that vaccine uptake among key public service remained low, as 50% of nurses were vaccinated.
I could tell the population now that the report I have is that only 50% of our nurses are vaccinated. So today, I must say I'm a little taken aback that vaccines being available, even choice and brand, and we only have an uptake of 50%.
Yeah. Now, viewers, 50% of the news. So, I want to tell the Prime Minister something. You see, the Prime Minister is not in the hospital. The Prime Minister is not in the hospital to see what the nurses and the doctors are seeing. They are not. They are not in the hospital. Now you have a report stating that 50% of the nurses vaccinated. Now you're feeling a how? Why are you feeling a how? Why are you feeling a how? Ask the Minister of Health. Ask your buddy. Ask your buddy who controls the health sector how often he visits hospitals, how often he would visit a COVID-19 patient in the hospital to find out what is their comorbidities. I'm telling all you, let me tell you, watch this. Gone are the days of heart attack, gone are the days of kidney failures, gone are the days of ammonia fever, gone are those days. All we hear is somebody had COVID-19 and they died of comorbidity. What did they die from? Yes, we know they have the COVID-19. We understand that. But what you all are not making clear to the public is if, well, you know, we have John now who was positive for COVID-19 but died of a heart attack or died of kidney failure or died of ammonia fever. Where are those data? They die. COVID-19, COVID-19, COVID-19. But what is the sickness they died from? We have the big Minister of Health. We have CMO and MOH and all sorts of health medical teams. But nobody is coming out and telling the population of Trinidad and Tobago, well, the individual died of a heart attack, but they were also COVID-19 positive. What killed them? What killed them? Did the COVID-19 kill them? Okay, let me draw a suggestion here. If the COVID-19 killed them, that's number one. Number two, you're telling us to vaccinate. Number three, Dr. Avery Hines came out and said, even though you take the 2 doses of vaccine, you're still getting COVID-19. So what is the vaccine doing? What is the vaccine doing? Because you're still getting COVID-19. So if let's take all your time and stop playing Russian roulette. You know that our favorite word, Russian roulette. If let's take all your time and gather proper data. Saieed Ali contracted COVID-19, God forbid, but died of a heart attack, God forbid. That's just an example. I use myself an example. Now we have people with degree, and we have people with bachelor degree, and we have people coming out in media conference with a nice sparkling jacket and tie, and well shaved, and maybe a little makeup, but where the hell is your common sense? Comorbidities. 500 people die of COVID-19, but what the hell is their comorbidities? All you're trying to push an agenda that the COVID-19 killed the person. So what happened to heart attack? Did heart attack take a backseat? Did kidney failure take a backseat? Did ammonia fever take a backseat? Did AIDS take a backseat? Did yellow fever take a backseat? Caller, good night.
Good night. Imitation vaccine vehicles in the house. Match up Monday. Let me answer your question. What might be the prognosis?
Talk to me.
Patient care. You're getting the vaccination, it's have the COVID, but when you're going to the hospital for them to look after you with quality care, it is non-existent. The rotation policy is inside here with young doctors. Okay, let me go back to the school. That is a pet subject for me, vaccination. And they say it is going to be a mass vaccination. You come in with no appointment, right? Mm-hmm. What they're trying to do, the school population, 5 Form 1s plus 11 is, as I say in your last program, is about 105,000 school children who have to get the vaccination, 12 to 18.
About 92 or 93,000 secondary school students.
You say bring along appearance video. So that crowd is 200,000. Mm-hmm. That is 20% of the population. You're causing them to cause chaos in on the vaccine side. The other thing is, why didn't they go with a two system, a walk-in system and appointment system? People with appointment will go in one line, and people who rush in and will go to another line. So have some sense in it. You know why they shut down the appointment? Take a guess. Half of the students do no revise. They didn't get them, did no revise. So that's the problem. So they're trying to make it even for everybody. And that is it. Now, I hear the Prime Minister, before I go there, he to tell all about the pleasure craft boy with the 14 people on it, boy.
Hey, I got some stories on that, partner.
Let me tell you what's going on. You read the newspaper, gunshot, fire, all kind of things.
I get some stories.
Backup. I tell you, it had all the elements of trafficking, human trafficking. They can't get away with it. Something fishy. And tell me that fella walking game, good pay. He pay $1 million for a pleasure cruise.
Thank you, my friend. I get some stories on that pleasure aircraft. Hey, watch me now, man. Look at ball. when you realize you have a little power, me tell you something, viewers. Me tell you something. I just do spiritual work. Everybody in Trinidad and Tobago know what they call spiritual work. Every single individual in Trinidad and Tobago knows about spiritual work. When you hold on to a little bit of power, it's a serious thing, eh? You see, when you're here, you have a physical power. When you have a little bit of physical power and you feel you could walk over anybody, it's a serious thing, eh? Because I will tell you something. When you have a power and you decide to take your head off your shoulder because you're holding a little power, it's a serious thing, you know. It's a serious thing. TTPS have power. Also, the Coast Guard of Trinidad and Tobago have power. If the Coast Guard summon your boat to stop outside on the sea, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter who you are. When they tell you to stop, stop. Why? Because power was given to them to control the border. Whether you be the Prime Minister, whether you be the President, whether you be the Commissioner of Police, whether you be a brigadier in the army, whether you be a captain in the army, when they tell you to stop outside in that water, let me tell you something, stop outside in that water because they governs the water. This is just something I want to see. Caller, good night.
Sorry.
Go right ahead.
Getting back to the bar people. Remember when the doubles people signed a letter, they're going to take government to court to fight the doubles people? I think the bar owners should Google the World Health Organization and the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, to find out if they could open the bars and what if this government doing the right thing by opening the bars. I think somebody should Google the World Health Organization to find out this. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley is appealing to parents to get their children vaccinated when the Ministry of Education begins vaccinating secondary school students. He said that the government's first priority was to vaccinate secondary schools. Now, I'm going to tell you something. If the parents and the guardians of the children and them seen what is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago and worldwide with the vaccine, you will get vaccine hesitancy. You will get vaccine hesitancy. The PNM Nationals Women League is also backing the Prime Minister's calls for all parents to have their children vaccinated if eligible. Wait now, it's only when the Prime Minister talk with his head about the Women's League, you know. Or is only one PNM minister on a fire with his hair about the Women's League? What about when a woman get raped? Where the Women's League this be? When a woman get abused, where the Women's League this be? Where did this be? When I stand up right here and push for the Attorney General to give us the legislation and the amendment for pepper spray and pass it, where the hell was the Women's League? Let's talk now. Where all you was? Where all you was? Eyesight wants to know. You got to support the Prime Minister. You got to support the Prime Minister. You got to support the Prime Minister. The woman's arm of Trinidad and Tobago supposed to be supporting calls for the women in Trinidad and Tobago. How much women they support thus far? When I was asking for pepper spray, and given the Attorney General valid purpose and reason for the pepper spray, where the hell the Women's League was? All you had cotton in all your ears. Principal Medical Officer Dr. Mariam Abdul Riches have stated that COVID-19 cases involving children are on the rise, which is one of the reasons the government is encouraging parents to allow their children to get vaccinated. The vaccine now reaching Trinidad and Tobago. Not even 2 weeks good. Not even 2 weeks good. And the Women's League bragging them out. Bragging them out. So much women get raped. Where the world your mouth went? All your mouth went crazy glue down. Crazy glue down. Because I was the only individual in Trinidad and Tobago was talking about a rape crisis center. Real Talk Rape Crisis Center. I was the only one. I wasn't hearing the Women's League bragging them out all over. Mariam Abdul stated that there was an increase in the number of pediatric cases, as there are currently 3 severely ill children hospitalized as confirmed positive cases.
At this point, I would like to mention that we have had a slight uptick in the number of pediatric cases, especially in the Southwest RHA, which covers the San Fernando and the southern region. And there are currently 3 severely ill children that are hospitalized as confirmed COVID positive cases. And this is a new development that we have noticed.
So viewers, the increase comes as the government is pushing to get secondary school students vaccinated and back to school in September. However, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley stated that the vaccine does not prevent you from getting COVID-19. I love when he said that. I sit down and I watch him say it. I sat down and I watched him say it.
I want to emphasize, because I keep hearing it over and over from those who are advising against it. The vaccine does not prevent you from getting COVID. It reduces the possibility for good biological reasons. But then, if you ever get it, then the report has shown that you will not be as clinically badly off, and you may not end up in the hospital, and you almost certainly will not be a casualty, having been killed by the virus.
So all these people who pushing the agenda, if you're not vaccinated, don't come to work. Where all your mouth gone now? I stood right here for weeks and I was telling you all, even though you take your 2 doses of vaccine, you could be COVID-19 positive after. All didn't want to believe me. All didn't want to believe me. Dr. Avery Hines came out and said it. I played the clip for you all. Now we have the Prime Minister saying it to you all. So now that the Prime Minister is out in the platform now, we are taking every word for it. But just now, caller there? Anyhow.
Waiting.
Caller, you there?
Yeah, I there.
Go right ahead.
Hi, Sai.
Yes.
You know, they're talking about the government stupid and they don't have no plan and all these things. But what really happened to them, and when God was given brain, that is the followers also. Eh?
Thank you, my friend. I understand what you're saying. So hear this. All of them want to listen to Avery Hines, not a problem. Avery Hines one side. Even though I talk about it, the Prime Minister now come out and say it now. So hear this. All the business places and them are open. Who telling the staff, if you're not vaccinated, come to work? How many of you now will go shopping in them business place to support them? to support them when they discriminate their workers. But they're taking now your unvaccinated citizen now money. All I remember during the COVID time when the country was locked down, cement went up to 200 a bag. 200 a bag. The same hardware you're going in to shop from January to December to buy your hardware material. When they come and drop the bill, 200 in for cement, what you do? Now cement gone right down back to maybe about $60 or $40 a bag. That means the same people expecting you now to come and support their business. I don't vex. I would not vex if all you boycott their business. You know why? You know why? Because a little pandemic happened. They want to dig out your eye. They want to dig out your eye so you can't see it. How many unvaccinated people going to spend money now in stores now where the boss is telling the staff, if you're unvaccinated, come to work. They're expecting your unvaccinated individual tail now to walk in the store now and spend that money. Let me tell you something. You know why we would remain a third world? You want to know why? You want to know why? We would never look for betterment. We would never look for betterment. In the US, if price go up on potato by 5 cents, you know what they're doing? The entire population passing that store street. We are buying that potato there. What do you think the owner had to do? The owner had to drop it back and then people will go in. All you feel now, you feel if you walk in a store and you get a bunch of roses, you go dead. Ketchup gone up by $5. Oh God, I had to get fries and I go need the ketchup. You ain't go dead. But we're so stupid and we're so foolish, we have to go for it. How come I didn't go and buy cement 200 a bag when they raise it? You should have spent 200 a bag. Call a good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Go right ahead, my friend.
You're touching on some good topics there, my side.
But tell us mash up Monday.
But here is, sir. 5/8 solid square in hardware was selling for under $100. They say $80. Last time I purchased 5/8 solid square was $125. You know, and that was 3 weeks ago. You know, the price now $145 for one line.
Yeah, you see?
You know, is the price? You know, the price to bring in a container outside $13,000 US.
US, yes. To bring in a container was $3,000 US.
Yeah, now it's $13,000 US in freight.
Yeah.
But I want to find out something, right? We enter this pandemic where we say 18 months now.
Yeah.
How is it all of a sudden this weekend when Pfizer come in last week? How is it all of a sudden this weekend we hearing 3 children seriously ill in the hospital with COVID? That coincidence, eh?
Boy, I tell you, I just be surprised at some of the things, you know. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. However, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley stated that the vaccinating does not prevent you from getting COVID-19, but reduce the possibility of severe illness. Just imagine. Just imagine. He come out and told you all that. When I was telling you all didn't believe Saieed. Saieed is just a man on TV. Saieed is not a doctor. When Avery Browns bring it out and bust it and all, what they say? He's an epidemiologist doctor. He ain't gonna know. When the Prime Minister bust it on all, you know. What he is? He's a doctor? Is the Prime Minister a doctor? No. He's not a doctor just like Saieed. I am not a doctor. Huh? Well, let's talk now. So, before I go any further, and before I forget, I just want to wish my son, today is his birthday, 14 years. He will be entering secondary school soon. But I'm thinking the virus out there, the vaccine out there. So to my son Josiah, I do want to wish you a happy, happy birthday. May God grant you health, wealth, wisdom, understanding, knowledge, guidance, protection, and grace. Coming from his entire family. So viewers, Caller, good night.
Very good evening to you, Mr. Said.
To you, my friend.
Only last week I was saying that with this rollout for the children, if they didn't think about this process properly, it will be chaos. And now they had mentioned that no appointment, just come.
Yes.
And I have a funny feeling there will be chaos because quite a lot of people will be vaccinating their children or allowing them, but quite a lot of people, the majority will be allowing their children to take the vaccine. So there will be chaos. And one thing I would like to remind the population, always remember, you are the consumer and the power is in your hands all the time.
Exactly. Thank you, my friend. You see, I could tell you something in Trinidad and Tobago. We have to understand when time to vote. Let me tell you something. It's not your whole body counting, you know. No, you see, that's where you're getting tied up with. Your whole body ain't counting. It's only an inch in your finger counting. That the one you're sticking in the ink. It is your second finger. You see your thumb? The second finger where they say gunman like to pull trigger with it. They don't pull trigger with their thumb, you know. Not with your thumb. The second finger, they say you call it the kill finger. Well, the second finger is the one that votes a power, a party into power. Hey, let me tell you something. This is a real mashup Monday, you know. A real mashup Monday. So, viewers, Janelle Rodriguez have stated that she is grateful for the support and encouragement of the public and was heartened by their prayers. 3 of Rodriguez's children died in a fire at their Marval home in July. At a short ceremony today, Rodriguez received the key to her new 3-bedroom apartment house from the Housing Development Corporation. It's a project in St. James. Minister of Housing and Urban Development Penelope Beckles, who attended the ceremony, said that the family's first 9-month rent would be paid by her ministry. Now, I'm going to tell you something. There's a photo there. Now, congratulations to Ms. Rodriguez. I want to say congratulations to Ms. Penelope Beckles for attending the ceremony. But what I would want to see is a little more of this, as more often. And I want to encourage you, Minister, to do some more, because there are a lot of people that is in need. Now we understand, and condolences to Ms. Rodriguez for the incident and loss in her child. I do want to wish her all the best in regaining her strength and pulling herself together to move on in the future on a day-to-day basis. But I also want to encourage Ms. Penelope Beckles. I do want to encourage Ms. Penelope Beckles to do a little more for those that need house in Trinidad and Tobago. And do a little more. So viewers, as we move along tonight, the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Gary Griffith, right-hand legal man, Mr. Christian, is under probe following a distress call from a woman on board his yacht. So viewers, this is just a report I am reporting to you after a media personnel did some serious investigations. So there are things that needs investigating in. I will tell you something. You see, when you have a little physical power and you feel you could walk over people, God don't sleep, you know. God don't sleep at all. He don't. Caller, good night.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Happy birthday to your son from Akola.
Thank you so much.
We going back to the school business and the vaccine, Saieed.
Talk to me.
Saieed, it have children from babies dying with this virus. And you have vaccination for 12 and over. Right? So the children under 12 is not can be carriers too.
I understand what you're saying. But now, according to the ministry, they said WHO who approved the vaccine, Pfizer vaccine for 12 and over, not 12 and under. So apparently, they're probably still doing some researches for 12 and under.
So if your child, even 12 and over, having this vaccine, which you don't give consent, you understand? What is the position with that child and you?
I understand what you're saying.
Because you need, as a parent, you understand,
Yeah.
in some form of well-being or some kind of thing, to give consent on a form. You understand? That yes, John Doe is capable of, receiving this vaccine. So what about it? If half of the school now don't take the vaccine, half of the school wouldn't be able to come to school.
I understand what you're saying. Thank you so much. So just imagine, viewers. Just imagine we're going back to the COVID-19 deaths. What the ministry needs to do, and I really hope they do this, because people are fed up and people are tired hearing of 1,000 died with COVID-19. Where the hell is heart attack? Heart attack pause in Trinidad? Kidney failures, that pause in Trinidad? Yellow fever pause in Trinidad? Getting a stroke and dying in the hospital, that take a rest? So wait now, all these things take a 2 years rest? They're gone for 2 years paid vacation? The Ministry of Health needs to come out and tell the population what the individual died from. And when the citizens understand what the individual died from, then and only then vaccine hesitancy will become a thing of the past. Let me tell you something. The government themselves scared the people to take the vaccine. The government themselves. Health Ministry in Trinidad and Tobago. Take the vaccine, take the vaccine, take the vaccine. 1,000 people died with COVID-19. So I am asking myself, if 1,000 people died from COVID-19, and they have comorbidities, what was their condition? What type of condition did they die from? This is what the administrative department now, the health ministry now, needs to put their data together, what John Doe died from. They died from comorbidities. On the outside, we are seeing people taking the vaccine and you're hearing all sorts of things. 90% of it leading to blood clots. We've seen it on international news. I'm just bringing the facts to you. I am not preventing you from taking the vaccine. I am not telling you don't take it. I am not telling you take it. But the ministry in Trinidad and Tobago, they need to do a little more work. Don't just hear 5 dead in Cuba and you come out in a media briefing Saturday, 5 people died of COVID-19. But they were comorbidities. What the hell is comorbidities? What is that? For a man like Saieed who don't understand what is comorbidities, how the hell you telling me, Saieed, they had COVID-19, but they died from comorbidity? What the hell is comorbidities? What is that? Yes, they're positive for COVID-19, but they died of a heart attack, but they died of kidney failure, but they died of yellow fever, but they died. You see, you all causing a panic. And when you hear now the head honcho now who run in the health sector in Trinidad and Tobago telling the average citizen we are not to put on a mask, we could be watching this minister but like, who is this man? Where does this man come from? 5 years he come into ministry and he telling me I know about a mask. 10 years I spray and I know how to put on a mask. My 7-year-old know how to put on a mask in the garden when I spray in chemical. And this clown come to tell me now I do not know how to put on a mask. No wonder why we will always remain a third world. We want to bring first country, first class law in a third world country, but we can't fix the third world country. Right down in deep south, they may have no vaccination site for 12 to 18, but they don't iron to send money quite up in Haiti, on the other half of the world, but they can't see right down south in their own country they live in. But you know what? They're spying on Haiti, but they can't spy in south. South is in Trinidad. Ministry of Health building is in Port of Spain. But you know what they're seeing? You know what they're seeing? They're seeing Haiti. They're seeing Haiti. Well, let me tell you something. As long as God gave me the health and the strength and the financial backings to run Real Talk with Saieed Ali, I will be here night after night after night educating you, the citizens of this country. Of this country. So viewers, we have about 5 minutes left on our show again tonight. Already? We're going up to 7 minutes past it. Yeah, 3 more. 3 more. So viewers, I just want to let you know, we have about 3 minutes left on our show tonight. Real Talk Group of Companies is bringing to you the proper investment. The proper investment with the highest percentage payout in Trinidad and Tobago at the end of your 12 calendar months. Real Talk Investment. Now viewers, 20 years you have your money put down in a financial institute. I'm just giving you something. 12 months you have your money put down in a financial institute with a percentage rate of 1%. And with a Real Talk Investment, the same money you have put down there for 12 years, and you ain't getting nothing more than 1 or more than 0.5. Real Talk Investment on the other side is offering you from 2.5%, 3%, 3.5% on that same money you had put down there. So look at the difference. When you weigh your scale, what you're getting, and the scale will go down more on this side because there's more money on this side. You think about it. You think about it. So viewers, my office, we are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas. Our phone numbers are 238-6716, 339-1670, or 267-7325. My number is up on screen, viewers. Please take the number, call me. I will give you information. I will give you information. Your money put on there for 10 years and you ain't crossed $1,000 in 10 years. How you call that? That is growth to you? No. What is growth to me is taking that same money from there and making a Real Talk investment and watch it grow from 1,000 to maybe 5,000 or 10,000. That is growth. That is where you call money working for you. So viewers, I want to encourage you tonight. Call us tomorrow. And everybody know I'm a reputable, I'm a businessman in Trinidad and Tobago. I have established Real Talk Group of Companies, Real Talk Security and Intelligence Unit, Real Talk Real Estate. I'm a show on TV. I just do spiritual work. And very soon I will be getting the final approval for Real Talk Credit Union right here in Trinidad and Tobago. So just imagine you're getting a growth in your money in a pandemic. What you want better than that? What you want better than that? Huh? But nevertheless, we are out of time for tonight. But I do thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. I do thank you for tonight on Monday the 16th of August. Now, Synergy have a lot to see. So you can stay locked on to Synergy TV. I'll bring you right back here. On Tuesday night, we'll be right here for another episode of Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Until then, be safe and enjoy the night.